Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mayowa Oye. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make this asymmetrical ruffle skirt. So hit the subscribe button below your screen, tap the like button, and let's proceed. So first things first, before I continue with the drafting of this tutorial. So the first thing I'd like to talk about is that this tutorial is a continuation of a series I started about like some weeks ago, where I decided to like expand upon my previously uploaded Pinterest videos. So they are all short videos, but today I'm going to be expanding on them and giving them more explanations just so that you can like understand. If you follow me on Pinterest, you would have probably seen this video before, but now it's like a more extended version with explanation. That's why you can see the Pinterest logo on it and all of my branding and all of those things. So yeah, I got this from my Pinterest feed and I'm going to expand upon it. So yeah, let's continue. Now, the first thing you need is your full complete skirt block, just like the one I have right on my table right now. So it's the full complete. Instead of having like a half skirt block, I have like the full one. That is what I'm going to be using for this tutorial. Now, before I continue, there isn't going to be a tutorial on how to draft the back pattern. So everything I'm going to be doing is basically going to be about drafting the front pattern, because really look at the back is really a basic a-line skirt at the back. So the adaptation, what we are really doing is just to show you how to, what I'm going to be showing is just to show you how to achieve the asymmetrical ruffle design that we have in front of the skirt. So yeah, now that we have that sorted out, let's continue. Now, the first thing I'm going to be doing is to cut my dart line up all the way to my dart point. You can see that. So then the next thing is to cut one leg of my skirt dart and also do the same for the other side. You can see what I'm doing right now. So I'm also going to cut the second dart line all the way to my dart points. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is to close up my skirt dart. You can see that, and close up the second one so that that space will now be like transferred to my dart line. Then I'll place a piece of paper underneath it just to like cover up the space, just to keep it neat really. So yeah, and this is it cut and trimmed out. Now if you look at the waistline of the skirt, you would see that there's a kind of curve or slant shape right there. So that's what I'm going to attempt to draw on my pattern. Although if you want to make this as a dress, a full dress, you can skip this step, because the actual design of this the initial design is a dress. So the if you make it as a dress, it's going to drag down the waistline and give you that curved shape. But if you're making it as a skirt, you have to like essentially do what I'm doing right now so that you can have this curve at the waistline. I hope you got what I just explained. So yeah, I'm just going to draw a curve at the waistline to reflect that shape on the skirt. So pretty much. Now, if you look at the design picture, you would see that the ruffle is not at the middle, but at the side. So that is it. So I decided to partition it and divide it into two. That is side A and side B. And that is just what I have done. So pretty much. So all you need to do is to decide where you want your ruffle to be, and then look or mark a position where you want it to be. Then you just cut it out and label just like I've done. So I have a part A and then I also have a part B. Now all you need to do is to get a new piece of paper and place your new pattern pieces on top of it, just like I'm doing. So yeah. Now, starting with part B, although you can start with whichever part you want, it's just because that is the first one my hands touched. So I'm going to place my part B on the new piece of paper. You can see that. Then the next thing I'm going to do is to extend out. So I'm going to extend out from that point. Just look at what I'm doing right now. So you just decide how wide you want that part to be. So you can decide to extend it by maybe 4, 5, or 6 inches. So it all depends on how much you want the ruffle to drop. So once you just extend it out, you draw a line, a straight vertical line straight down, and then at the hem, look at where I'm drawing my extension from. So you can see I didn't extend from where I started, where I extended from at the top. I extended from my actual pattern. You can see what I've done. So then you just connect it straight to the straight line. That is the vertical line we were drawing earlier. So pretty much. And then part B is complete. Now let's work on part A. So you place your part A pattern again also, just like I'm doing, and then you extend out by maybe the same amount, or yeah, maybe the same amount actually. So if you extend by 4 inches on part B, for example, on part A also, you have to also extend by 4 inches, just so that your ruffles are aligned, just so that they are both equal to each other. Because if one is wider than one, it makes your skirts, the flaps will not align. And that's basically it. So all I'm going to do now is to just cut out my pattern. You can see I'm cutting out part B like that, and then I'm also going to cut out part A of my pattern, and that's done. So yeah, now this part of the tutorial is very crucial, because if you don't take note of this part now, when you're done sewing, your skirt may not fit as exactly how you want it to fit. Now look at the mark I just finished marking on my pattern. So that mark, that is where the extension that we extended before, let's say it was 4 inches, the 4 inches that we extended, that is where it started from. So you have to mark it, and then you'll be notching it on your fabric when you're sewing, or when you're cutting your fabric rather. So take note of that. You need to just make sure that you mark that spot. You can see that you do the same also for part B. As I've done for part A, you do the same also for part B. And when you're cutting your pattern on your fabric, remember to notch that point on your fabric. And that's all for the pattern. Now to sew, all you have to do is to just place the two patterns together like this, and then you have to make sure the two notched parts I was talking about earlier, you have to make sure both of them touch each other right now, so you can see that they both align right now. And then you'll be sewing along that line straight down, and this is what that looks like on my actual fabrics. So I've already sewn that down along the notched parts I was talking about earlier. So you just sew that straight down. And now that you are done, if you have like done the back also, if you have completed the back, all you have to do is to just place the back skirt. I told you before that it's just a basic A-line skirt. So you just place it on the front, and then you sew the sides by 1 inch. So yeah, that's basically it. And this is my completed skirt placed on my miniature mannequin. You can see how drapey the ruffles are. And this is what your skirt should look like when you're done sewing it all. Don't forget to tap the subscribe button right below your screen, guys. Tap the like button also, and turn on the notifications bell so you don't miss any of my upcoming tutorials when I post them. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.